Sir, we are very honored to have you in our platform. Uh, you performed in Bharat Sanskriti Utsav yesterday. How was the experience coming back to Kolkata and performing?
It was a great concert. I'm so happy to be performing with Pandit Tarun Bhattacharya ji. It was a great concert. And we are going to be doing a lot of shows actually together soon. And I have played in that hall before, no? But this is my first time I was playing at Bharati Sanskriti Yatra. And lots of great artists, wonderful artists, and young artists too. And I love Kolkata. That's my favorite city in India. Yeah.
So you started music at a very young age, and your public performance was at the age of 7.
7, yeah.
If you could throw some light on your musical upbringings, obviously you come from a family of musicians. How was your initial days?
My father and mother, they were both great musicians. My father was a singer and violinist. My mom was a veena player and singer. So I was trained from the very young, first started at the age of 2 by singing, and then I started learning violin at the age of 5. Then I started learning mridangam at the age of 7. Yeah. And then I've been playing and I've been exposed to lots of different genres of music, and I've worked in all kind of world music, and I formed a group called Shakti, which I wrote all the music with John McLaughlin and Zakir Hussain and Vikku Vinayakram. And I worked with American rock stars like Bruce Springsteen or Frank Zappa, a whole lot of other people, and music is music, so you can learn so much. There's no one greatest musical system, and it's wonderful. I love Hindustani music so much, it's incredible. And Tarun is such an amazing musician, an incredible musician, and it's great to be here in Calcutta.
So talking about Shakti, if you look back those days, which has been the most memorable moments for you while being with Shakti?
The most memorable moment was while in the process of making it. Because John McLaughlin used to come and study with me. This was in 1973, something else. And then immediately we started playing shows together. For me, I never did music or anything to be famous or not to make money. That was my passion. If you do everything very sincerely, whatever you love, then other things will come to you. And Shakti, then we had Zakir Hussain and Vikku Vinayakram. Before that, originally, it used to be just John McLaughlin, myself, and there's a mridangam player called Ramnad Raghavan. So he's the one. And so we named it at the time because John was having a guru called Chinmoy from Bengali Guruji. He was in New York. So he named it Turiyananda Sangeet. Mm-hmm. And so at that time, John was with his famous Mahavishnu Orchestra. So he wanted to disband that band. So he told me that I want to disband it, and can you give me a commitment? I said, don't disband them, because then the audience will hate me. Really, we can still do whatever we are doing. So don't disband it. So then I told him, come to India. So he came to 2 months to India, playing Suribags and all their concerts, along with Palgat Mani, the greatest mridangam player. I was doing a lot of shows. So then after 2 months, when we went back, he said, I've definitely made my decision. So I don't want to have Mahavishnu Orchestra. I want to tour only with this. So at that time, I suggested, I took him to a temple in Kollur, Mookaம்பிகா temple, the Shakti temple. And so that's where I told John, Turiyananda Sangeet is a very long name. So we need one short name, which will be easier for the West. And so we chose Shakti after going to the temple. Mm. That's how it was formed, yeah.
So in your musical journey, you have collaborated with the best in the Western world. So how important are these collaborations as a musical artist for you, these collaborations?
Those collaborations are really important, because a solo artist is a solo artist. You're only doing everything your own thing, But when you're collaborating with somebody else, it takes a different mind. You have to be open to be listening. Like yesterday when I played with Tarun ji, he's amazing, such a great musician. You have to be open to listening. What are the ideas coming? It's like conversation. Music is a conversation with artists. Like you're asking me questions. I didn't know what you were going to ask, but according to whatever you're asking, that triggers me to answer. So that's the same thing when you're working with different artists. For example, I work with people like with Metallica, Robert Trujillo. I work with like Lou Reed. Lou Reed is an amazing musician, incredible. He told me, can he come and do something for me? Just 4 bars, only 4 bars. There's only 4 bars. I said, that's a lot. So we can play a raga like in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or like 1 hour, 2 hours. Because an artist should be able to express themselves fully within the amount of time given to you. And so in that sense, working with other artists, I worked with like Frank Zappa, such an amazing musician. So I used to even say that I used to open for him. I was signed to his label, Zappa label, and he was a very honest man. So I used to play like in huge festivals in Europe. So one day I was in his trailer in the back, and he said, do you have a manager? I said, no. Do you have an agent? I said, no. He said, go and get a manager and the agent because I want to sign you. I was always honest. I asked him, why do you want to sign me? Because I'm not known. There are lots of big known stars, you know. He said, no, I love your music. And he loved Indian music, all kind of stuff. He was very well informed. He was ahead of his time. So he will tell me, come around the 45 minutes, I will stand there. So I won't even know what he's going to play. So that's the thing, because then you have to be able to jam with them immediately, you know. And many times, I used to have different instruments, like violin for classical music, violin for rock music, or Shakti, a different thing. Then I invented a new instrument called double violin. So I carry the same instrument everywhere, so I can use, and I also get to practice the same instrument.
So just to interrupt, this musical instrument, did it impact your musical style or the influence? How it had influenced your musical?
Because it has a great range. It has like double bass, cello, viola, violin, and I can get like keyboard sounds. I can get like guitar sounds, and so many other different kind of flute sounds. All these things. So that's an amazing instrument of range, like orchestra, different things. So that like if I'm also a singer mainly, so I have like 5.5 octaves. So if you're singing very high, you can use a very low note, like bass cello or cello or different things. So it gives you different texture. And for certain ragas are very nice in the medium range. Certain ragas are nice in the lower range. And depending on morning raga, afternoon raga, evening, things like that. And it's very important for people to learn other kind of music. And I would advise, like if somebody is learning Hindustani music, they should learn South Indian system, or vice versa. And especially if you are an instrumentalist, it's very important you learn vocal. It doesn't mean that you have to be a professional vocalist. And learn one percussion instrument. So you learn the rhythmical aspect of it very much. And plus, world music is so important. Because many times, when a virtuoso musician goes from here, many times the instrument is tuned only in one key. So suddenly when you are going and jamming, you should be able to play in all different keys within your same tuning.
So I've read you were also inspired by animals, nature, birds. If you could talk about that.
Sure. I used to grow up, I had a lot of like rabbits, I had like cats, I had like dogs, I had like peacocks, I had like small elephants. I used to that I couldn't keep it in my place. I had in a temple, so I was had the guy take care of it. There's an elephant guy who takes care of it completely, called Gayatri. Because animals are very, very peaceful. Like many times, my rabbit always will come and sit down when I'm practicing. And there's a peacock. I lived in the temple, Chepreri Shiva temple in Kerala. At that time, there were lots of peacocks around. When people are there, they won't come. So whenever nobody is there, I'm just singing on the front of the porch. They'll all come and sit down. Very, very peaceful. But usually, like kids and children, if you're good to children, like children, they know if they're not secure with somebody, they won't go near them, you know. And the same thing with animals too. If the animals really loves you, so always I was very close to animals, and they have a different message. Like the rabbit was amazing, incredible. And whenever I was leaving town, my cat will know, so it'll come and sit on the top of my suitcase and very, very sad, and wouldn't want to leave the suitcase knowing that she doesn't know when I'm going to come back. So they are very passionate. Yeah.
So I keep on asking musicians and especially the performing arts, in today's age, there's a lot of talk about artificial intelligence coming in, technology is coming in.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a threat for a musician and an artist?
It will never be a threat because they can never match the musician. For certain things, it's okay because you're finding like Google directions, different things, there's certain kind of stuff. But art can never be replaced by, even the computer is only created by the humans. Like the human brain, many of the time, the artificial thing, I'm not a big fan of. But people have to be very careful because since the social media day also, it's a great advantage because now we can do this, take a camera, we can do the interview in Zoom. So we should only use what's useful, really. Really. Many times, I have like lots of big musicians, I mentor them, they come, can I tape it? Can I tape whatever you're playing while you're teaching? I learned from my father, like teaching, singing back and forth. So your ear training is so important. That's how I learned. So when I know that Tarunji is playing, so I'm listening immediately. As soon as he play, I can catch that note. Then do my variation. With everything is on tape. Okay, can I tape it? Can I tape it? I learn it later. There's no later. You have to learn it right now. So that's why many of the modern system, like people, I know one good thing is that people found out some old concerts of some great artists, then you can put it on YouTube and it's made available. But I think the real original, we cannot go away, the tradition, the old tradition, there are so many, we are not doing anything new. It's all done by before some by great musician. But we are reinventing on your own style. That's what it is. So I think AI and everything else. And another advice is like many times for the younger musicians, nowadays they are wasting so much time on the phone, always on the phone and looking really, They have to develop their ear training and practice. Music's like the ultimate art. If you're doing music, everything will happen really. Because I've learned ragas and rain has come. I'm sure that has happened to some other great artists. Sincerely, if you're doing, they are the ultimate pairs. But people, sometimes they're more interested in how many views I have, how many followers I have. All those things are nothing really. Your true followers, like God knows, and you know what you're doing. So you have to do the very sincere thing. So I'm not a big fan of social media, but we have to use it in the positive way because I've never posted anything myself. I'm not aware of how to do it. So my team will post it saying that we are doing a concert here. And who are you playing with? Those are the kind of things. So they have to really use AI and all those stuff for only what's necessary. But that's a big threat. If they keep doing it, and it's not good. Yeah.
So my last question, we are living in a very complicated world, a lot of negativity around, wars are happening.
Yeah.
What do you think about music as an instrument to bring peace and harmony in this world?
I think there's always been lots of hate and love, always. But now we are a lot more aware of it because in the social media. I live in America, it's so much of confusion already. I cannot even talk about it. But peace and love and your music are so powerful that cuts through. That really cuts through. Nothing can stop that radio. No matter, there will be always like obstacles. But whatever we are doing, you are doing the same service. We are doing the same service because you are letting the people know what we are talking and different things. The awareness. But the awareness, you can make them informed. But if somebody wants to take it in, it's up to them. So many times, it's like drugs. Like all the hates and all these kind of stuff, lots of stuff. Now people, they have to be aware and it's really up to whatever somebody wants to be. And anyone can be anything.
Thank you for this wonderful interaction and we hope to see more in the city.
Thank you. In fact, I'm playing with Tarunji on January 12th at Indian Museum. And then at the Uttarpara Festival on the 25th and somewhere near 27th. I love Calcutta. I'll be back a lot next month. See you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for the invite for the interview.